So how important it is to really be able to graph using slope-intercept form is really important. So we're spending another day on it. So we're going to do a mixture of what we did yesterday. So keep in mind as we're graphing slope-intercept form, we first want to identify the slope, which is your m, which remember should be set up as a fraction rise over run. And then the y-intercept is your b, and this is where we're going to start, because we always start by plotting the y-intercept first, and then use the slope to give us the rest of our points. So let's look at number 1. First, my slope and y-intercept. So my slope is whatever is next to x, because it won't always be set up in this order, so always keep that in mind. But my slope is 1/4 x, and then my y-intercept is the -1. So we always start with our y-intercept when we're graphing. So where is -1 on the y-axis? That is below 0, there. And then we focus on our slope. Our slope is 1/4. So remember, we need to remember rise over run. So the top number tells you to go up or down, and then the bottom number, so I'm going to write it here, the bottom number tells you to go left or right, depending on the sign, okay? So since 1 is positive, that means I'm going to go up 1. And since 4 is on bottom and it's positive, I'm going to go right 4. So I'm going to, from my starting point, the y-intercept at -1, I'm going to go up 1, right 4. Up 1, right 4, put a dot. If you look, if I try to go up 1, right 4 again, it doesn't let me because there's no more graph left. But I could go the opposite direction to continue my line. So the opposite meaning down 1, left 4. From my starting point, down 1, left 4. Now I have a complete line. So then I take my ruler if you have one, or just with your pencil, draw a line going through those 3 points. Number 2, again, we identify the slope and y-intercept. So my slope here is whatever's next to x. Be careful. A lot of people want to assume that that is -0x. That is not true. My slope is -1, okay? And then my y-intercept is +2. So we start at +2 on the y-axis. So here's the y-axis, there's +2. And then we want to make sure our slope is in fraction form, because when it comes to rise over run, we can rise, but we need to be able to run too. So how do I make -1 a fraction without changing the value? Well, any way you want to make a fraction, anytime you want to make a number a fraction without changing its value, put it over 1. So if I look at -1 over 1, I have -1 on top, which tells me to go down 1. And then I have +1 on bottom, which tells me to go to the right. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1, 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 down 1, right 1. To go the opposite direction, I'm going to go up 1, left 1. Up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. And then connect your points. And there you go. If I look at number 3, my slope is next to x. No, that is not 0. Again, whenever a variable is by itself, we assume that there is a 1 in front. My y-intercept is +1. So if I look at my graph, 1 on the y-axis is right there. There's my starting point. In order to make my slope a fraction, I just put it over 1. So 1 over 1 tells me I go up 1, right 1. So I'm going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. To go the opposite way, I go down 1, left 1, 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 until I don't have any more space. And then I just connect my line. How you know you're getting it wrong is if your line's not straight. So that's just another way to think about it. If you're not going in a straight line, you're doing it wrong. You're counting wrong. Number 4, my slope is 4/3. My y-intercept is -4. So I start on the y-axis at -4. My slope is already a fraction, so 4 over 3. Since 4 is positive, I go up 4. And since 3 is positive, I go right 3. Up 4, right 3. Up 4, right 3. Since I've run out of room, I see if I can go the other way. Down 4, nope. So since I can't, all I can do is connect the dots I do have, which makes a perfect line. Number 5, My slope is -3. My y-intercept is -3 also. The y-axis at -3 is right there. That's my starting point. To make -3 a fraction without changing its value, I just put it over 1. So -3 on top means go down 3, and +1 on bottom means go to the right 1. So I'm going to go down 3, right 1. And that's the only one I can do. So I have to go the opposite direction to fill up my graph. So I'm going to go up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1. Since I've made a perfect line, I know I did it correctly, so I'm going to connect them to make my line. Number 6 is a special case. The reason why I know that is just because it's a variable and a number. There's not 2 variables, there's not a y-intercept, it's not set up like the rest. So this is a special case. So remember, where it crosses the y-axis at +4. Here's the y-axis, and if it crosses at +4, that means it's a horizontal line going across 4 on the y-axis. And there's my line. Number 9, the same thing. I'm actually going to change it, and I'm going to put x equals 3 because there's not one like it. This means it's going to cross the x-axis at +3. And +3 on the x-axis is right here. Since it crosses the x-axis, it's going to be a vertical line going through +3 on the x-axis. So there's your 2 special cases. Number 10, my slope is 3, my y-intercept is -2. The y-intercept at -2 is below 2, my starting point. 3, in order to make it a fraction, I put it over 1 so it doesn't change its value. +3 on top means go up. +1 on bottom means go right. So I'm going to go up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, up 3 takes me into thin air, but I can guesstimate. To go the opposite way, I'm going to go down 3, left 1, down 3, left 1, and I can't go anymore. I've made a perfectly straight line, so I connect my dots. Number 11, my slope is 4, my y-intercept is +3. Since my y-intercept is +3, I start on the y-axis at +3. To make 4 a fraction, I put it over 1 so it doesn't change its value. So I go up 4, right 1. I cannot go up 4, right 1 without putting it in thin air, but I can go down 4, left 1 to go the opposite way. Down 4, left 1, and then I connect my line to make it a graph. Last but not least, my slope is 6/5, my y-intercept is +5. +5 on the y-axis is up 5. And then I do my slope. Since it's already a fraction, I don't have to do anything special. But +6 on top means go up. +5 on bottom means go to the right. So I would go up 6, up right 5, but I cannot. So this is why it's important we know how to go the opposite direction, because I can't go up 6, right 5 and it be accurate. So in order to go the opposite direction, I'm going to go down 6, left 5, and that's really the only dot that goes there. So accuracy is really important, and make sure you know how to go the opposite direction. So only 2 dots that are available are those 2, and there's my answer.